All right, but yeah, what's been going on with you, Tony?
Not much, same shit. They've been hurting me with satellites, burning my face, teeth, costing me money. They've been stealing my money. They've been damaging my quality of life, the quality and beauty of my legs.
They still hitting you in the knees?
Yeah.
Uh,
And this motherfucker thinks he'd sit there to say, he said, shit, don't cut yourself off at the knees. So this man tries to fuck up other people's knees that come from richer families. My parents never worked for Frank Sinatra. I've never worked for Frank Sinatra. My father owned the company that Frank Sinatra worked for. Frank Sinatra thought that he owned my father's companies, is what he has tried to do. He could end up getting his ass killed for falsely claiming that he thought he owned the companies of my father, or he can end up in prison for the rest of his life. Frank Sinatra can go to prison for falsely claiming that he was the owner of anything of my family. See, he got his brain all fucked up in his role reversal when my father owned the fucking studios and Frank was only an employee.
oh, so that's how you got to start
So
there.
never to him. He said that in the Frank Sinatra biography movie. He told one of the Kennedys not to cut herself off at the kneecap,
Uh,
and then they've been hurting my leg, fucking up my leg with a satellite.
when did they first start doing that to you, by the way?
They did that back in the '80s, before '87.
You're in your dad's nuts, David.
I was.
But that's where he tells the Kennedy don't cut himself off at the knees. That's in the Frank Sinatra biography movie.
Do you think they were doing that to the Kennedys too?
I don't know if any of them has Osgood slaughter, or you have to check their legs. Somebody'd have to ask
Okay.
if they have spider veins or varicose veins or what. I don't know.
Tony,
What?
what's the most painful thing the satellite man has ever done to you?
Everything hurts. They're burning my dick right now. My dick's bigger than theirs. They can face the death penalty for discrimination crimes of them being jealous of my penis. The man gets the death penalty, he just burnt my dick again. I don't want them doing that. My parents wouldn't want them doing it.
Are you sure it's not an STD?
I don't have no
That's
STD.
that can't be an
Do you
STD.
have any?
No.
Could be a laser STD that the satellite is shooting you with.
Oh,
Okay. You know what?
Maybe the satellite man has the STD.
That man's probably got AIDS.
I'd believe it.
I'd believe
I
it.
mean, that would explain a lot.
Yeah, there are people like that are typically pretty insecure.
Well, I mean, they mess with people. They try to get into things with their superficial uh, egos, or I mean, people can be egotistical, but they rape people. These types of people do. I mean, being stuck up or being egotistical or being introverted, a lot of people are, or being extroverted in friendly conversation. But when people are touching people, raping people, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
I mean,
They're probably
people,
jealous of people that don't have AIDS.
yeah, well, right. They're fucking damaging teeth. They hit me in between the front teeth just now.
Hmm.
They're burning my dick
Yeah.
again. I'm not their race. I'm not their property. I'm not their child. That man has to die.
Yeah.
And I've already been injured by government. So people need to understand I was in a coma because a thief wanted to steal from my father. And people wanted to steal from my mother. These races of people. The one individuals that did this shit. Any of them that has touched me since then, they can face the death penalty. They murdered my parents. I am not allowed to have nothing to do with nobody that is tied in or has any closeness with anybody that was involved in the murder of my parents, whether they're in politics or common people or anything. Sorry. The Chinese said hello from the Chinese embassy.
I remember you talking about that there. Well, like, what's your relationship with the Chinese exactly?
Well, I have Chinese family history too.
Oh,
Like I'm supposedly, possibly a nephew of the Chinese emperor, but I haven't received any letters from anywhere. But somebody has to, and the Empress of Japan.
Have you seen the Forbidden City?
I've been there when I was little. I haven't been there in a long time.
oh,
Wherever my parents, if my parents was there, if I was, you know, whatever year it was, if I was alive, then I was there probably with them too. Even when I was in a coma, I went to Windsor Castle. My parents went there and we were there and I was bedridden. I was in a coma. So, you know, my parents, if both my parents was going somewhere, usually they take me with them.
did you ever go to Mount Everest?
I don't know. I don't know if I was in a movie there or not. You know, they always try to play this mind erasing shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
Tony,
What?
I have a when we said we were going to interview you, this is what I was talking about, and there were some questions that people asked on Instagram.
This is more of like
Roberic slash that's all responded to your question sticker with how much pounds of crystal meth does Mark have in his closet?
0.
uh,
Is that kind of shit like a joke that people are trying to tell jokes with?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't seen these questions.
That was probably a bad first one to read out there.
I have nothing to do with drugs. I am a natural athlete and I'm better than most.
And another guy asked, "What are the 7 deadly sins? Fatal attraction. I never understood that one."
That's just descriptions of what kind of people are, like crimes of passion, greed, sloth, hate, pride, wrath, envy. Like when somebody's jealous of somebody or their own personal crimes of passion, like rapists try to rape people and they try to murder people. I got a copy of the movie 7 Deadly Sins. I was hoping this was the book. They're still burning my dick. That leaves brown marks on the dick, man.
brown marks, like burns.
Yeah, like they're bruising the dick or
Tony,
what?
another guy asked, "When did the satellite attacks start?"
Well, I was with my father and mother when I was little, and when my father got murdered, I got injured too. My mother had injuries too. When they first developed the satellites, when they first made them.
Okay, so you were a little kid when that happened?
Yeah.
Oh,
Alexa, look up the American Ballet on YouTube.
Searching YouTube.
Hey, what do you people think if a person has a big dick? Do you want to like attack them and cut their dick off and put it on yours?
no, of course not.
No, that would be horrible.
What would I do?
That's
that?
stupid, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Well,
dumb.
why do politicians try to do that?
Well, they're not people. They're
Tony,
sadistic.
Tony,
Maybe they're just so used to stealing everything from anybody that they try to steal that too. They're burning my
Well-
dick again. I'm not their child. I'm not their race. I'm not their religion. I'm not in no relationship with any of them.
Is there like really anything that you can do to like treat that when it happens?
Shoot them in their face.
What about like tinfoil?
No, that won't work.
Yeah.
Condoms don't work either. When you try to put it on there, if they were burning your dick. I have some Trojan
Yeah,
condoms.
they're never big enough.
Oh,
At
man.
least.
They're for me and some girlfriend, a real girl. A girl that has girl anatomy parts. A real girl. Not for anybody to try to break in or trying to rape me. Those are not for them. Everything has a specific. If they try to get in here, they go to jail. I'm not up for nobody trying to rape me. They all get prosecuted for breaking it in.
They ever tried to make a girl with like male parts?
Well, they're trannies or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people like that in Hollywood, or at least I've heard.
Heard Hollywood's been infiltrated the last few years.
Well, they have to always. Anytime there's an invasion, they always have to ask people what they own, because that tells you who has a right being in that area and who doesn't. If it's not a public store or public business, people don't have a right being in certain areas of doing certain things.
Do you think we should like give out badges to people who like aren't allowed to go certain places so that they can be identified?
Well, it just depends. What kind of bad? What do you mean?
I don't know, just like some like identifying marks you can spot them from a mile away.
Well, you can't mark on it. Well, some people, if they're such criminals, they could. I don't have no tattoos, and I have no. It's illegal for anybody to ever put a restraining order on me.
Well,
Or
maybe
any
like
gag
something on their
order.
clothes.
Or any gag order. It's illegal to put a gag order on me. Everybody goes to jail every time. Because see, when people get into my life, they're wanting me to talk about them. When I have no interest in talking about them, I have more interest in talking about my life, my parents, my companies, my family history, and friendly people.
Yeah.
That are friendly, or talking
course.
about sports or talking about life.
Oh, sports. What's your? Do you like hockey?
Yeah. They're burning my dick again.
Oh,
They're laser tagging.
what's your favorite hockey team?
What's the one Wayne Gretzky played for?
Was that the Kings?
I guess.
I think it was the LA Kings.
I think he's pretty good.
I don't watch sports too often, but I do like the Stars for some reason.
I like the Mighty Ducks too, I guess. You ever heard of them?
The Mighty Ducks. That sounds
Yeah.
like a cartoon.
Oh, there were a few Disney movies. They were live action.
I don't know if I'm gonna get into another bag of crackers.
But I'm pretty sure they're a real team. Like Minnesota or something.
Our professional team's new quarterback got sacked today, and then the other good quarterback on their team did the stinky leg on him after he sacked him.
Oh yeah, did you hear about Aaron Rodgers? He messed up his leg and probably won't play football anymore.
What position does he play?
He was quarterback.
Oh.
Like his first game of the season, he really messed up his leg, and they don't think he's going to be able to play football anymore.
How good was he?
He was pretty good.
Got to the Super Bowl once or twice.
Yeah, he won at least one Super Bowl. And
Hey, when you guys are on the internet, find out what people know about my sports history or ballet history. I want people to mention because I can't say anything because the motherfuckers tried to cover everything up. So in reference to my history, I want people to if there was like a website that I could look at and see all my accomplishments, that would be good.
Pretty old. It might be on microfiche.
Because got to find out which ones they're trying to steal from me.
Do you have any favorite ballets that you did?
Well, I did a lot of ballet stuff when I was younger too, so that hurt back in my left nut, man. That fucking Frank Sinatra's gonna get fucking killed by the mafia or something. I'm gonna warn you, Frank. The mafia is telling you to leave me alone, you motherfucker. Maybe the
Yeah.
Chinese mafia will kill Frank. I don't know. Mafia has warned Frank several fucking times. Somebody said this Nazi claims that there's some legal organization against the Italian mafia. The Nazis think that they're a legal organization in America. They better watch their fucking. You better leave my cat alone. They're gonna start killing your German shepherds, motherfucker. I gotta execute that government satellite man.
How would you execute him if you had the choice?
Leave my cat alone.
Yeah, how would you kill him, Tony?
I'll cut their fucking head off. The King of England or France will cut their head off.
I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah. Guillotine.
Come here, baby.
You die by the sword.
See, the Klan or the Nazis think they can say the Klan all they fucking want. But if somebody says the word mafia, the Klan thinks they can murder Americans that say the word mafia. You better let go of my cat, fucking black racist. They just tried to make me say the N-word. I get to kill every
Don't
black
do that,
man that
dude.
tried to make me
Don't
say
say
the
the
N-word.
N-word.
Yeah, you need to fight that.
I get to
Those-
kill every black man that has accused me
Whoa.
of the N-word.
Yeah, that's a good cause.
Well, yeah, you didn't
I
say
agree
it, so
with
it
that.
might be a lie.
I don't even use it. It's like
Well, don't.
I have legal right to kill every black person that calls me a racist.
Fair and balanced.
Yeah, I could get
Yeah.
behind that.
Fair.
That's reasonable.
Because the ones that are doing it are satellite controllers. My father
it.
got
They
murdered.
They just need total death.
Man, let's get rid
I mean,
of
I
him.
have friends that are black.
I
And I
think
think
black
they're
people are
wonderful and amazing people. But
Yeah.
these people doing this shit to me, they need to die.
You know, what they're doing's not right.
Just can't
Because see,
slander
I'm
me
richer
with
than
that.
any black person in this country. I own more land than any black person or anybody else in the country. Or put them in prison for life.
So, like, do you like get called a racist often, or?
No,
Like,
they tried to make this shit up because these men was involved in the murder of my mother, and these men tried to rape me, and these men have tried to cripple me because I'm a faster runner than most black people. And they tried to steal the sports industry, claiming that blacks was the best athletes in the world, is what this black satellite man or German satellite man had tried to claim because the Germans was tied in with this black satellite controller that was trying to steal America.
You think Frank Sinatra might be black?
No, he's a gay German.
Okay.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's more in line.
You know, he didn't even sing all his songs, is what they communicated.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that he's a fraud.
Mm-hmm.
He had ghost singers for
Tony,
Yeah. He always paid people to
Tony.
sing for him.
I know he stole a lot of his music from black people.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't believe in that shit though.
Okay.
Yeah, why would he steal it from black?
I mean, it's English music, or I mean, there's different styles of music, R&B, but it's still most of it is in English.
What do you think of Sammy Davis Jr.?
He was wonderful.
Okay.
He didn't cause no problems with nobody, not that I know of.
Oh, that's good.
But Frank did, and Dean Martin didn't cause no problems with nobody either. Frank was the only one that got into the CIA.
Well, you know, Elvis Presley worked for the government.
No, he didn't. He worked for my father.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
he didn't. He worked for my father. The CIA tries to claim prominent people that are better than the people they got. Elvis had ties to Asia and Italy and France, America.
Okay.
They said Elvis. He supposedly died in Indiana. And then they murdered him or something, and then they snuck him back to Graceland or something.
That's awful.
Dirty motherfuckers. It's all sex crimes.
I've noticed a trend.
Yeah, it seems like they're very sexually motivated.
Yeah.
It's either sex crimes or both. Financial crimes or sex crimes. Every time.
A lot
You
of
know who killed Jimmy
cases
Hoffa?
The CIA.
Yeah, that would make sense. Like, do you know why
The
they
same
did that?
people- The same people that are trying to steal my mother and father's estates.
Like, do you know why they'd kill Jimmy Hoffa?
Well, the CIA and the Nazis murdered Kennedy, and then they tried to blame the Teamsters
Okay.
because there was an investigation on funding of the CIA. I mean, not the CIA, but funding of the Teamsters because they were making a lot of money. So the CIA and the politicians had made up shit, and then they presented it to Kennedy. They probably lied to Kennedy. So then Kennedy had a court case about it. And then they said that Jimmy Hoffa was supposedly stealing from the Teamsters Fund when there was no wrongdoing found, is what they said, I guess.
Okay, so they just need like a fall guy.
Well, the CIA tries to get into people's lives to stir up problems. Because they become jealous of anything and everything. And they're psychosomatic. So you'll never be able to figure out what they're trying to do for what reason. But it's always money, land, property, wealth, popularity. The seven deadly sins of fame and fortune, I guess. And it's always that. Everything they do is a bunch of tricks and lies. They're trying to steal America, claiming that they built America.
They didn't build
It's
shit.
always a scheme. It's always a scam. It's always something.
Yeah, they didn't build a damn thing.
Look. It's always somebody attractive that they tear up and they try to make them look ugly to cover up that they raped them.
I wouldn't rape somebody that was ugly.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid to rape somebody because all they do is all those people do is laugh at the person that they raped, and the person that they raped is always disgusted with them.
Like, how far back in America's history do you think they've been doing this?
Who? The CIA?
Yeah.
It's dated. They cover up the dates or something.
Okay.
Since they were created illegally, it's been an illegal organization, illegally funded by the Treasury.
What do you think exactly like led to them having this much power and being able to do these things?
Liars, tricks, them planting evidence. They're dirty. Everything about them is dirty. But then they try to make big money in those offices. And then it's usually some politician trying to cover up shit they did. Either they're pedophiles or rapists or financial thieves. Gas, food, and lodging all the time is what they do.
How bad do you think it is right now in Congress? Like
Well,
how much do you think this is infected?
oh, it's really bad if something has not been handled from previous administrations. That's always going to be what weighs over their head. But see, politicians that try to cover shit up, they're always trying to claim that they're moving the country forward.
Really, they're just moving it back.
When they did things illegally, and it's only their own people that they're conspiring with that are praising their crimes.
Hey Tony, I got a question. It's a bit unrelated here. But recently have you heard about the whole fiasco that was going on, what with Canada accusing India of killing one of their citizens?
Of Canada?
Yeah.
Well, where's he at?
Well, he's dead. That's
When they killed him, probably. How'd he die?
I think he got shot or something. I'm not sure actually.
Then he got killed by their country.
Do you think that Canada should invade India?
They should investigate and prosecute. And I don't know if India, you know, whatever the circumstances is. I mean, procedures of law, and obviously India has to pay financially.
India should pay and rape.
They can deport. I think if an American citizen dies in a different country, they can deport over 1 million. I'm not sure what the ratio is, 1 million to 1 of their race. That's like if a black man killed a white man in America. I'm not sure, but I think they can deport 1 million of their people.
Can they?
I thought it was more.
It might be 10 million. It's something in the millions. I don't know. It depends on the person, you know. I mean, if they're a common citizen, was it an argument? Was it a fight? In the fight of their life? Was it life threatening? Was it a fist fight? Or a beat down or a gang fight or what, you know? Oh.
Yeah.
But, you know, in reference to, I mean, there's other ways of deporting people without people getting murdered, you know.
Yeah.
Usually if that happens, it's unequivocal, you know. Whether somebody's a historic person, a famous person. Huh? It depends on what things are. Alexa, turn on Power Strip.
Okay.
Do you think that Alexa works for the government? The government?
Yeah. Are you worried about
Like
Alexa
if they
spying
find
on
all
you?
the people that murdered Elvis or that tried to murder Elvis, whoever they are, every person has to get deported. Or they have to deport a lot of people of their race.
So no Mexicans?
What do you mean Mexicans?
I don't know.
What you mean if Mexicans got killed or what?
Yeah, I guess.
What about it? I mean, do people get deported?
Yeah, does 10 million Mexicans get deported if, like, they kill a white guy? Like, one
Yeah,
day?
they would.
Oh, okay.
What'd you
Yeah.
guys eat today?
I had some McDonald's. Ate a Big Mac.
Uh,
Had a hot dog.
uh,
And steakums.
Steak.
What'd you
A
have,
hot
honey?
dog.
I've been eating wolf, no beans, crackers. I'm on a diet, so it's kind of like crackers and 4 slices of bread. I didn't
A
toast
lot of
it.
carbs.
Yeah, but I'm on a diet, so they won't let me eat salad. They've been hitting me hard in the face and teeth.
Like, whenever you try to eat salad?
Yeah.
Oh. Like, is it when you, like, put the salad in, like, your mouth, or is it, like, just whenever you're trying to eat it?
No, they hit me in the face and teeth, and then when I try to eat the salad, they hit me in the teeth.
Mm.
Like when I open up my mouth to put the fork in my mouth, the government's got to get charged for damaging people's teeth that use forks and spoons.
Well, what if you tried
Like
making
they're
a
trying to,
salad sandwich?
Yeah, what
like
if
they're
you just...
trying to fork into people's teeth with their satellites.
Like, what if you put like all your salad between 2 slices of bread and ate it like a sandwich?
Yeah.
Like a veggie sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah. You ever have one of those Veggie Maxes at Subway? Man, those kick ass.
Oh, yeah.
Those are so goddamn good. Like one of the best veggie sandwiches in the world. One of the best. I love those things. My God. Those are so delicious.
Yeah. They just recently,
Yeah, you need to try one if you can. Not the veggie delight, because that's just lettuce and stuff like that. But
Hey,
you
have
like the Veggie Max sandwich. I used to get it at Subway on Sunset Boulevard.
Hey, have you, any of y'all seen the commercials where it's like promoting a lighter and it has like Snoop Dogg lighting a cake and shit?
No,
I don't think I've seen that.
but talking about that Veggie Max, my God, man, that's so good. You ever had a veggie patty?
I don't think so.
Did you try the Whopper veggie sandwich?
I've tried one of those Impossible Whoppers a while ago.
Those are good too. Oh,
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
I ate several of those. I was eating them every day.
Yo, Tony,
What?
you do push-ups?
I haven't done them in a while because my left shoulder.
Oh, man.
But before, man, yeah, I
How
used to
many
do them
could,
all the time.
how many could you do in a
About
row?
5,000 of them a day or something.
Is it 10,000 on the day?
I'm making a joke.
Okay.
How
Right.
many times did you actually do it a day?
A push up?
Yeah.
Not very often. I mean, I used to when I didn't go to gyms or free weights or whatever.
Well, I'm just wondering how your arms are so jacked.
Yeah, you got pretty beefy arms.
Well, now they're skinny. I've lost a lot of weight. I've probably lost 30 pounds or 40 pounds.
Oh,
Well, we didn't think it was fat. We thought it was muscle.
yeah, no, you were
I know.
clearly strong.
Well, now I'm skinny. I'm intentionally trying to get a little skinny. Maybe it'll help my arm. And what they did to my leg with the satellite, I went on a diet for that reason too. and for ballet.
What's it
What
like
about the
being
piano?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
what
didn't go
about
on
the
a
piano?
diet.
Hey, you haven't played piano much lately?
No, I had to take it to the pawn shop to get a loan
Oh,
because I had to get a loan to pay on my taxes.
When are you gonna get another job?
I don't know. They keep saying it's illegal for me to work anywhere. I was supposed to get paid lawsuit monies and benefits. And they got to sue all the businesses that stole the monies that my mother added to my paychecks. So my mother, Doris Duke, added money to my paychecks every week, but the government stole the money every week.
Yeah.
For over 40 years, they've done that. Even when I worked at Showbiz Pizza when I was held hostage in Indiana. And this fucking satellite man playing robot puppet games has to get the death penalty because I knew Jim Henson and I was on kids' celebrity shows when I was a kid. And this man's got to get charged for mutilation and trying to wash somebody out with his whitewashing terrorism or blackwashing terrorism, whatever race they are, or Middle Eastern terrorism. Did you like the command?
I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Watching something here about Arnold smoking a cigar. He says he's smoking the cigar like a boss.
Hey, do your Bugs Bunny impression.
Yeah, what's up, Doc? Hey, what's up? What's his name? That's all, folks. That's like fucking man. Oh, I don't know what to say about rabbits. But ooh, they get me for a lot. They really burn me up.
They do, Daffy.
Oh, the thing with succotash. I can't do it because my front teeth and palate is fractured from the satellite burning my mustache. Even though I don't have a mustache, I shave every day just about.
Oh,
Tony, you could really grow your beard out.
yeah, grow your beard
The
out.
black Sam has lip burning. Or sour cream Sanchez or whatever.
Tony, I think your beard would deflect the satellite rays.
It what?
I said I feel like your beard would deflect the satellite rays.
No, it doesn't. I had a beard and it caused all the damage then too. They caused damage then.
We were talking about being a ballerina. What's it like being a male ballerina, by the way?
Well, a ballerino is a male and ballerina is a girl.
Oh.
So in reference to me being a hermaphrodite, I'm able to do either one. I mean, there's the other guys that are regular guys and they do a ballerina.
okay.
So it's kind of like in reference to them, they just do what they do. You just got to kind of look like a girl. Or, that's like there's female bodybuilders that might become ballerinos in ballet too. Like some of the bodybuilder females are possibly thinking about getting into some things, but they have to meet a certain, well, if they're going to be a male character, some of them might be kind of buff or whichever, but they have to kind of fit the criteria of some things for certain shows. I mean, there's other types of shows like ballet or that have a different body shape requirement. Because you can't have a whole bunch of skinny people running around acting like bodybuilders in ballet because then they don't fit the bill, they don't fit the size.
Yeah. So, with hermaphrodites, can a hermaphrodite make their own kids?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's kind of like being asexual.
Okay, yeah.
There's only like a couple in the world. There's only a few in the whole world of real hermaphrodites. The other people are trannies.
Yeah, I'm sure that gets confusing.
Yeah.
Well, only confusing if
Well,
not when no,
if
it
you're
won't
not
get.
either, I'm sure it's confusing.
Well, it's like there's some people that are male, some people that are female. Some people have certain qualities of female, some people have certain qualities of male, and that's just something they feel in their emotions in their personal life and their anatomy. But then there are hermaphrodites that physically have penises and balls and physically have vaginas and ovaries and uteruses and breasts. Oh, I mean, people's emotions are, what they are. And people feeling a certain way is certain particulars of importance. But a hermaphrodite is a hermaphrodite. They're both male and female. And nobody can argue nothing about it. They ain't got no right trying to change a hermaphrodite either. And hermaphrodites naturally have big penises.
True that.
Tony,
Yeah.
aren't you a lesbian too?
Bigger than any average man. They have bigger dicks than men. Hermaphrodites have bigger penises than other men. And men have tried to steal penises from hermaphrodites, and all those men get the death penalty by chopping off their hands and their head. Even if they were presidents or government,
Good.
or they get life in prison or something. They got to think of something very horrible to do to them.
Yeah, they got
Someone
paid.
there with you, Cody?
They got to break out the book of medieval times. Medieval times. Hello, Clarice. Silence of the lambs. Like, how big do you think a hermaphrodite's dick is?
8 inches minimum.
No, more than that. A lot more than that.
Like 30.
That is you talking flaccid or erect?
Flaccid.
At least, probably 30. Well, I mean, when they're born, their penises were a certain size. Some people hermaphrodites originally came from royalty.
So it was like
But
in
then
their
common
blood.
people tried to steal genetics from hermaphrodite royals, and then they tried to turn themselves into royals by trying to steal hermaphrodite genetics. And they don't outrank the person they stole genetics from. See, these people try to steal from the apple tree and then try to claim that they thought that apple was more important than the tree they stole it from.
Do you think this ties into people who think that black people have the biggest penises?
Hermaphrodites have bigger penises than black people, black guys.
Well, yeah, but, do you think this ties into that's their lie?
I don't know. Some
Okay.
some black guys have. I mean, some people have bigger, not better, but I'm just saying, not in reference to any quality of anybody's analogies or anything. But some people think bigger is better, or some people sometimes big is better. Just depends what value something is, or what's being discussed, or what people are talking about.
Sure.
But hermaphrodites, when they're born, like an average baby, I'm not sure how big their penises are when they're born because I don't even know. But in reference to my penis was over 15 inches when I was born. It was the whole length. It was as long as my body.
Dude. That's just like That's impressive, gotta say, very least.
Yeah.
And these motherfuckers are tucking my dick like I only got like they're trying to tuck it down to 3 inches. But I'm a hermaphrodite, so my penis can tuck all the way up, where it only looks like a vagina. It's not tucked between the legs; it's tucked up in the body. So you ever seen like what movie is that? Scary movie where the one of the Wayans brothers, he pulls his penis in between his legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said either tucked or untucked. It's a Scary Movie 2, I think. But on the movie, he does that, and I'm not sure if that's HBO that it's on there or what, but that's not what a hermaphrodite does. A hermaphrodite, I mean, they might do that sometimes, but hermaphrodite is able to stick their penis all the way up inside their body.
Yeah, it's like retractable.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. And I mean, they're able to pull their skin over it to form a vagina or to form a flat area where they just got to put a piece of tape over it or something.
Okay. I always thought you just like wrapped it around your leg or something.
They can do that too. Yeah, a person can do that. I mean, it just depends on what you're doing,
Already.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks,
Like
that's
I've
pretty
been in
insightful.
lesbian films and you wouldn't even know it was me because you can't see my penis because it's tucked up. But you can see my vagina in some lesbian films
Okay.
when I was younger.
How old were you when you were doing that, by the way?
Well, obviously, the correct age
Gotcha. Okay.
where I
Yeah.
was legal.
That wasn't the part of why I was asking.
Computer, power strip. Do what?
Nothing.
Well,
Anyway, Tony.
it's kind of like I have a really big penis, and it's natural. It's natural. Like when I was 13, it was over. When I was like 13 years old, or however old it was over 23 plus inches,
Okay.
flaccid. Over 23. We went to the White House. My mother and I went to the White House because these men was trying to rape me, and my mother and these people with government. So my mother had to tell the White House that they're hitting me in the teeth. That man's gonna die. My teeth are real. The government gets prosecuted for hurting real body parts every single time. I'm not allowed to be arrested for anything. So when this cop or government man is trying to accuse me of something by trying to call me a criminal, the cop gets the death penalty. That man is obstructing justice and conducting himself in illegal activities under the title of American government law enforcement or American law enforcement. He's acting up. He better leave me alone for somebody pulls a code red on him, which is long over fucking due.
What happens when the
To
code
pull
red
a
is
code
pulled?
red on the motherfucker. See, code
What's
red is
that?
like a Valkyrie situation where they turn on the person of their leadership that does wrong.
Hmm. Like a coup.
Yeah, or something like that. That's like they say Adolf Hitler got killed by his own people because he did some things that upset everybody of his own race or something
Yeah.
by hurting other people or something. That's like if a president or former president was trying to murder me, it's kind of obligatory for them to pull a code red on that president because I'm a hermaphrodite and I don't want nothing to do. I have no relations with these men. See, that's why they were trying to rape me because I'm a hermaphrodite because I have a real vagina. Oh, They were trying to call me gay because I have a big penis.
Yeah, it doesn't make someone
And they were
gay.
trying to rape me because I have a real vagina. And they were trying to steal my penis to try to call me a fake. They were trying to call me a tranny, which they can get arrested. Even if you're in high levels of government, they try to call me a tranny. They're disrespecting my intellect. They're disrespecting my education. And they're disrespecting the financial class and royal history that I come from.
Tony, someone asked, do you hear voices?
Now, that's bullshit. I know about satellite technology.
Okay, so you don't hear voices, right?
No, unless they're always saying they hate me. I don't hate myself. I love myself. But somebody else hates me. What kind of voice would you be hearing somebody telling you that they hate you all the time and they hate your face and they hate your teeth and they hate your hermaphrodite protection status or they hate your money of your family history? They hate the fact that your family built things in America before their family. Yeah, I know.
Well, Tony,
Yeah, some of the things that you communicate is too specific to think you hear any voices.
well,
Like
a lot of
they hate
people,
you.
Tony,
This
a
person
lot of
hates
people
you.
think
I
you're
don't like
like,
to hear that voice of that person hating you. You know, that's a
yeah,
joke.
but Tony,
Yeah, that's not your self conscious when somebody communicates saying they hate you. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think. Just the things that I mean. Well, I don't know what people hear when people say people hear voices. Like the content of what they hear is easily determined based on whether it's their self-conscious or self-conscience or whether they're saying it to their own internal monologue or whether it's somebody else saying it to them from a satellite or from a audio dish that they had placed in a certain area where they try to play mind control or some trick. Like if they're telling you to do harm to yourself, that's a satellite, man. That's the government doing that. If they try to tell you to do something that's not necessary, or if they try to tell you something harmful, like if they tell you to to kill yourself, you'd be like, wait a minute, I don't know, I wouldn't do that, not never. So I know somebody's saying that shit. You know? I have a lot of things to do I want to do in life, you know. So in reference to hearing voices, you have to say, okay, you have to analyze what the fuck you're hearing, and they know where those they can figure out where those voices are coming from.
well, Tony, a lot of people say this is their opinion. I'm not saying it. A lot of people say you have schizophrenia.
No, schizophrenia is a different type. I don't jump around like a schizo. To be a schizo, you have to be real jittery, real darty, like real agitated and you know, like you know, like certain schizos, like depends on what it is. Like somebody trying to get something from you always tries to slander your character. So don't listen to the things they try to say. They're always just trying to tear you down. And I always tell them to go fuck themselves.
Well, I guess that's the best thing you really can do, honestly. Yeah, though,
Yeah.
it's getting
And see
pretty.
this
Go on.
say, hey, if you were a hermaphrodite, would you stick your own dick in your own vagina?
Well, I guess I wouldn't really have a choice if I wanted to like walk around comfortably.
Well, I mean, you wear clothes. I mean, so obviously a
Oh yeah,
person's clothing covers up any nudity.
yeah. Well,
But see,
I'd
these
probably do
men,
it.
see, they try to lock in a person's penis by tucking it up to prevent them. Like there's people, if you look on the internet, there's trannies that stick their dick up their own ass, I guess. I don't know. Or there's
Well,
trannies that they had vaginas put on their body. Now, if a tranny went and got a surgery to put a vagina on their body, you know they're going to stick their dick in their own vagina that they made when they had plastic surgery. That's what they do.
Do you think it
So,
would get stuck up there then?
no. It's just like a regular, I mean, tranny vaginas are different than hermaphrodite vaginas. I think they have to personally lube, I mean, whether they lube it with their pre-semen or of their ejaculation or whatever, or whether they have to use the lubricant. I'm not sure. But real hermaphrodites, their vaginas get wet and cleanse naturally, just like a regular girl. Oh.
Hmm.
I mean, it's the exact same, like a person has the exact same parts as a female. And a hermaphrodite has both complete sexual organs. Oh.
Hmm.
But usually hermaphrodites, most of them urinate from their penis more, even though they're able to urinate from their urethra of the vagina.
Probably a
But
lot
they
easier.
usually urinate more from their penis. Oh. Ooh. That satellite man's racking me again because they're jealous. They hit me in the teeth. Somebody needs to kill that motherfucker. They're messing up my life trying to make me look like a fucking streetwalker or some prostitute. I come from a richer family than any of these people in the whole wide world. Oh my God. These motherfuckers need to die. Did you guys see the pictures of my desk table?
I don't think I did.
Yeah, somebody communicated I supposedly won the best workstation, desk, table, office space, or home office award somewhere. I don't know where. I was supposed to have won millions of dollars or something. He won millions of dollars. It was 100 million or something. I don't know if it was China, but or where, or some other countries too. Because I made my table. It's I have supposed to have a table making company or a furniture making company that I created.
Hey Tony. Yo.
You got a furniture making company?
Yeah, I'm supposed to. In reference to my little table I made. To say the little table started it all.
Uh,
And the rest of it is history. That's what it is.
I see it. I see you posted it there.
Yeah, that's the end part of it that I just put those shelves on there recently. And let me see. Here's another part thing. Let me see. Yeah, and don't forget, hermaphrodites have real menstrual cycles. If you didn't know that. Like I have a monthly period, like every other female. So it's kind of like
Uh, Still there, Tony?
Yeah, this might be a good stopping point anyway.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait for him to come back. Be that time.
True. Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching.